of great field position.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Middle Tennessee offense will go back to work. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands.
Man, those are frustrating because you know you're supposed to catch that. You're supposed to secure it. It's going to happen, but it's just frustrating for those receivers. Just tap the chest. My bad, dog.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Quick handoff. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. If they're going to keep this drive going, they'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. Back to throw, it's Vasco. Quick strike complete. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. The offense in its own end still needing a couple of yards for the first down, but they'll stay out there and go for it on 4th. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. That time they were in their own territory. That took some lower intestinal fortitude.
It definitely did. And listen, if that's what you're going to be, that's who you're going to be. You're going to be that kind of offense and be aggressive, then stick with who you are. And apparently, nowadays, going for it on your own end, it really ain't nothing anymore.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. That's reeled in. It's Stokes. He stopped at the 48, a pickup of 10 on the play.
Tackle is made at the 48.
Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. Looking downfield on 1st down. Makes the catch. It's Stokes.
Early in the game as a DB, I'm settling in. It's okay if I give up 4, 6, 7 yards. I'm just trying to get settled in, gauge the speed, and then later on, I can adjust to the speed of the game.
Handoff to the single back. Turning it on. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
And another nice gain by the offense. All right, defense, we got to change something up here. They're putting a big drive together, play after play, having a lot of success. How do we break the rhythm? How do we give them something that can create a tackle for a loss or a sack or something to get momentum back on my side?
I know it's something we take for granted, guys, but the Q did a great job there with the play-action fake. He really took his time and sold it. And that's what froze the linebackers in the 2nd level of the defense to help make that completion a whole lot easier.
He gets rid of it, but I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, here comes the flag. Offense gets set for 2nd down. Off the bootleg and rolling out. Fires to the tight end. He'll go out of bounds right at the 23-yard line.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. And what that means is keeping 3rd downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play call.
From from here, it would just be a 30-yard field goal try. Let's see how aggressive they're going to be to try to pick up that first down. Here's the heat. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. So if the offense stays out there on fourth down, they've got to get it to the next time zone to move the chains. Fires to the wideout. He's got it, and more than enough for a first down.
That is a huge play early in this game. We came into this thing wondering just how aggressive this offense wanted to be, and there you go. First half, 4th and long. We're not bringing the punter out on the field. We've got a guy that we think can read the defense and deliver a strike, and we've got playmakers stretching the field vertically. They show you how dangerous they can be on that last 4th down there.
They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
And this is the part of the field, man, you really got to have a plan because these windows get smaller and you're trying to fit that ball into the end zone. It's difficult to do. Quarterback, receivers, they got to be on the same page.
Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
They are stuck deep in their own territory and trying to get out, opening the drive from their own 3. Back to the ground game on the left. Not much movement there. It's a gain of 1. Gets him out to the 5.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. He wants to change this route. He'll try to loosen him up from deep in his own end. That's caught. It's Dallas. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating explosive play.
Got behind those pads and picked up 3 out to the 35. We're through 1 period, and these receivers are showing out big time. Take a look at the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the 2nd quarter. Got a little work done on first down, now back to the line. Looking for a man, it's Yates. Snagged out of the air. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
Nice job by the quarterback knowing where his answer was against the blitz and against man coverage, picking up that completion.
And the Eagles come to the line trying to find a way to convert on 3rd and very short. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. 2nd down coming. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Back to pass. Incomplete behind the receiver. Maybe this freshman got a little too anxious.
And there's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, he wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Oh, man, another incompletion. That's 3 in a row.
Ooh, that's one of those where you're breathing a big sigh of relief. That ball could have been intercepted, and worse, could have been intercepted and housed, but offense caught a little bit of a break. Nice play by the defense, but the offense glad to punt in this situation if they want to punt.
That's a perfect example of not Settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Let's see what the Blue Raider offense can get going. That last possession, a prime example, Jesse, of how things get condensed in the red zone.
Hard to throw when the windows are smaller, and that's what happens down near the goal line, David. But for this quarterback here, just take accountability and ownership and come out here and lead your offense.
And move on. Like, we needed points. That's something that we can harp on. We'll watch the tape this week, but now it's time to move on. Let's get another drive going.
And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
Well, the tight end shows off his speed. See his ability there to separate from the defender trying to cover him on that drag route.
They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. Fires left. Oh, by himself. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line.
And those aren't the guys I'm leaving open on defense. These slot wide receivers, they've got the space in the middle of the field to work. I got to make sure that I got somebody inside of him. I got somebody outside of him. I can't give him the football because a lot of times these guys, they're good with it after the catch. They got that quickness. They got that speed, and he showed some of it there.
Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. Now the play fake. Shoots it to the left. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Clark. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. This is well within field goal range, but the kicker will stay on the sideline, and the offense will try to convert on 4th down. He'll be knocked out of bounds a couple of yards short, and that's a stop for the defense. The decision to go for it does not pan out. Quarterback making adjustments. Wide receiver comes in motion. Looking to pass. It's Yates. Pulls it in. It's Dallas. Makes the stop at the 32, but he picks up 10 on that play. Georgia Southern in a hurry.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
Not much he could do there. Does pick up 2 to the 34. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Looking to fire. Gets it out fast. That's a fumble. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes.
Great job by the defense in the back end that time. He made the catch, and he had a little wiggle room to run afterwards, but they were able to get to him, rip the football out, and that is a massive takeaway for the defense.
They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
Looking to scramble. By himself, he makes the grab. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down.
And it's so hard to be on the run and make an accurate throw. It's just very tough. Very few people can do it. Again, we see the freaks and we see the highlights all the time, but that's a tough thing to do. He made it look pretty easy.
They'll snap it from the 25 here on first down. Looking to throw on first down. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
And I thought it was a good job by the quarterback really seeing the drag route start to come across the field, and he puts the ball pretty much on the money. And you got to make that play. You got to make those catches to get this offense in a rhythm, to stay ahead of schedule.
Lets it fly deep downfield. Touchdown, Middle Tennessee. Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
I was so excited for this game because I just knew it was going to be a back-and-forth battle, and that's what we've seen here. Great job by the quarterback. Good decision, reading the coverage, accurate throw. They get the extra point. This thing is all knotted up.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Back to pass, it's Yates. Finds his tight end. Breaks into the open. Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move. Bunch formation for these receivers. To the air on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Walton. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one.
This guy's done a lot of good things early this year throwing the football. With that last completion, that now takes him over 1,000 yards passing for the year.
Moves around to clear up the vision. Fires on the move. He makes the catch. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. It's a first down. They'll stop the clock to reset the chains. Offense up tempo. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you could tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think
he lobs one high down the left side. He caught it. Can White cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. The explosive play set the table. Now they got to serve the feast. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
And those sting for offenses, man. You've got an opportunity to get in the end zone, to get the touchdown. It's not easy. It's hard to get guys open. He comes open, and the quarterback, man, I bet he wishes he had that one back.
Right margin. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Eagles.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now going into the half with the lead, with the momentum?
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. Blasted as he lets it go. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. They've got the first down, mark it at the 26 in the waning seconds of the half.
Well, that's a huge moment here in the game at the end of the first half because the offense is trying to march down the field. They're trying to cut into the opponent's lead. But with that interception and with that return, the defense now, they've put their team in an opportunity to pad their lead with more points here at the end of the first half.
Wants to throw. It's Yates. Going to try to pop one on the screen. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Wide receiver going in motion. Wants to fire on second down. A shot toward the end zone. Intercepted. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
QB's got to pick and choose their spots when they want to be really aggressive and try to fit balls in tight windows. Great job by the DB making a big play, getting the ball back to its offense.
We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
And you get more and more hits on the QB like this right there, more and more making him scramble out of the pocket to the right. That's winning. He's going to start to see ghosts. He'll start to panic. He'll start to speed up that processor. Nice.
Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Touchdown, Eagles! What a play. Not only the interception, but the great return for the score.
And that's the way you execute on offense, man. You keep your foot on the gas. Try to make this a two-score game. You do with that touchdown. This offense executing beautifully. The defense is going to have to find something in the second half to get some stops.
And the extra point was good. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. He wants to start this drive with a pass. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Misfired on first down, back to the air on second. Lets it fly. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
This is going to be a tough situation for the offense here. Late in the first half, they're trying to find a way to generate some points before going into the locker room, but the defense is ready for it. So the windows are not going to be very big, especially when you're trying to attack vertically like they did on that last one. Downfield completions are going to be tough to come by.
He'll take another shot here. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting to throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
They're throwing for it on fourth down. Pressure coming. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. They're lined up and ready to kick off this second half. And he'll just take a knee and... Will start at the 25. Georgia Southern has it back, ready to go to work on offense. They have the lead to start the third quarter, but I'd imagine ball security was a topic at halftime.
Yeah, and I think you take the lead and you try to stay optimistic with your team, but you also say, guys, if we had taken care of the football, this lead would be even bigger, and we might have already knocked them out already, Palmer.
It's just about eliminating the mistakes at this point. You're right. This thing would be over if they hadn't shot themselves in the foot. So ball security, that is at a premium as this game goes on.
Motion from the wideout. To the air, it's Yates. Bringing the heat. On target to the left. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
They'll run the screen. Oh, he's got some space. Oh, and he's able to get back on top of it just in the nick of time.
Yeah, the receiver's got to do a better job in ball security there with all those defenders trying to rip it free, and this offense is lucky they were able to jump on it and keep possession.
You want to talk about hearts and throats when that ball was on the ground? The offense recovered its own fumble. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete. They couldn't make the connection on second down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. It's on target and complete. Offense scoops it up and still going. He's dragged down to the ground, but what a play there. Scoops up the loose football and moves the chains. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
Well, one thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that one.
Makes the tackle at the 31. It's a pickup of 5 on the play.
And after having a nice game like that on first down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and taking a shot. Because even if it's incomplete on second down, on third, you won't have that long to go.
Dropping back, it's Yates. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
In the gun and looking to throw on third down. Makes the grab. He's got enough. It'll be a first down. They've got it up to 12. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
And you're seeing on both sides really hard to run the football in this one. You've got to give both of these defenses tons of credit. They are so physical up front. These defensive lines can take the game over, and right now it's tough sledding on the ground.
Off play action. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
To the ground with the back. Fighting off the defender. They stop him short of the sticks, and it'll be 4th down.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football, and you got to just keep getting positive yards. You got to keep the third downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
Absolutely perfect. And now the lead is extended a little further.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking downfield, it's Overton. Grabbed in the middle, it's Clark. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
Stopped at the 47 after a 10-yard gain. Using him out of the slot, he has just been unstoppable.
And I love putting dynamic athletes in the slot that I can move around, that I can put in motion, that I can make him go in or out. I can put him off the ball so you can't get hands on him, and they've really featured this guy today.
Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down.
Nice quick throw there. And it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on the game.
On the play. And that's good enough for a first down.
Gives it to the back on the draw. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
Draws are such a smart way to take advantage of fast defensive linemen. They want to get upfield and get after the quarterback. It keeps them honest, makes them realize they got to play the run too. Great play call.
Second down, he'll throw it. Oh, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. What a nice job by the defense stringing that out and forcing him out of bounds. He got nothing.
And absolutely nothing doing there on the quarterback run. Defense takes all the gaps away. They use their speed to force him to the sideline.
And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Blue Raiders. Oh, the offense shows some life here and cuts into the lead with that score.
And, man, they needed it. They had to have something to go right. Listen, still down, but this is a great start to getting back in this ballgame.
And the extra point is good. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30.
Well, we're not quite in the fourth quarter yet. We're almost there, but you're seeing the attitude shift now for this offense. They've got the lead, so they've got to be able to run the football. You're going to see a lot more of that, I think, as this game keeps going on. They're trying to wear this defense down when the game is almost over.
No question they wanted to get the ball to their playmakers, and both receivers have come up big through 3. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. So the final period starts with a second down play. Let's go! Finds his man. It's Dallas. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
And offenses nowadays, they're really just counting numbers. How many guys do you have out wide? How many guys do I have out wide? If I have enough guys to block your guys, boom, it's just built into the offense. Pitch, catch, let me get a few yards.
Back to pass, it's Yates. Finds the tight end. This freshman quarterback is slinging it out there to pick up that first down.
And you just get the feeling that this defense has to find a way to get off the field and get the football back at this juncture of the game, trailing late if they're going to win.
Looking to throw on first down. Wide open downfield. There he goes to the right. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia Southern. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
How about him? Nice job catching the football and then turn it into a playmaker. Turn it into a small wide receiver. The tight end shows off the ability to run after the catch, make a big play, and get the big touchdown.
They'll immediately call timeout. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Middle Tennessee offense will go back to work. They'll start this drive going to the air. He's going to let it go. A full dive to haul that one in. They say it's still a game of field position, and that last one just flipped this baby. They've got it 1st and 10 in the red zone. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Got his man. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch. 1st and goal, and this feels like their chance to give him a finish. Big fella moving. Touchdown, Middle Tennessee. That's the way you finish a drive and put up points.
And it's not an accident. They're featuring this guy. His 2nd receiving touchdown of the game. That's your job as a coach. Find my playmakers, get them the ball so they can do damage and have games like this right here.
He's got it in the end zone for the 2 as they trim more off of that lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. If they're going to pull off this big rally, they'll need to get this one back. They line up for the onside kick. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football. Georgia Southern has it back, and here comes the offense again. Looking to throw, it's Yates. They've got the screen set up. There he goes. Touchdown, Eagles. He found some open space and turned on the Jets. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5?
And it's a really nice drive by this offense. They didn't get too conservative. They put the drive together. Now, the biggest thing for me, now the other team has to score 2 touchdowns. And that's the goal you want. You always want to make it as hard as possible. This offense executing in the 4th quarter. Nice job.
Lining up to add another. And the extra point is good, and the lead swells to 16, and it's getting late. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the Big Ten. Toledo is getting hammered right now. They are the nail, and that figurative mallet is just pounding them into the ground. What a bad look.
Let's see what the Blue Raider offense can get going. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Oh, they're after him. Hit as he throws.
Well, this quarterback started taking a couple shots from the pocket. There's another one right there that affected his accuracy on that throw.
So now it's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Trying to get behind the defense. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game, so they're calling their coverages accordingly, and there was nowhere to go with that football. Really nice job by the defense.
Reels it in as he goes out of bounds on the right side for a huge play.
Well, that's exactly why you practice these 2-minute situations. The quarterback knew exactly where to go. He's trying to work the sideline, save some clock. Great route by the receiver getting open, making the catch, getting out of bounds. And this drive is off to a pretty good start.
Motion from the wide receiver. Wants to keep it in the air. He's not afraid to go deep. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
And I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the fourth quarter, and you're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
Dropping back, it's Overton. Here's the pressure. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
And I understand the logic by the offense here. Obviously, you're down in this game. You're trying to claw back into it. Why not take a shot? Why not be aggressive in that time? They just can't come up with a completion.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
Great job by the defense dialing up some pressure on 3rd down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Unloads it left. The incomplete pass makes this series end in frustration as they turn it over on downs.
And the sense of urgency has got to go up now for the defense, right? You just failed on 4th down. You're trailing just under 3 minutes to go. What can the defense do? Can you create a turnover? Can you at least get a quick 3 and out to give yourselves a chance to win?
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
The handoff, keep working on that clock. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
Big 3rd down for this defense. Listen, you've got to get the ball back. You know what they're doing. They're trying to run the football, but we need the clock to be on our side so our offense has some time. Got to make a stand right here on 3rd down.
And the running game has gone in the wrong direction. The offense tries to turn it around and go forward on 3rd down. He'll ride his man on the option. Rides the back on the option, the give. He is not going to get there. Stopped short of the line to gain, and it'll be 4th down. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Georgia Southern brings on the punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Looking for a man. It's Overton. Under fire. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. Makes the grab on the big throw. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Rushes on him. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. The hurry up now, 2nd down, clock ticking. Back to pass. He wants a big play here late. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Got some room to run. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football.